It's not too bad actually. When I was reading about it, I'm like, that's pretty darn
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's definitely for a tank.
Well, I was also thinking because I'm usually going to be opposite side of you, so to try to do damage.
The enemy has to actually hit you for it to do damage.
Yeah.
Not just attack
Yeah,
you, actually hit you.
I get hit a few times. Trust me.
Doesn't anyone want that Ring of Vengeance?
I don't
What?
think anybody did.
Never seen.
I wasn't
that.
here last time, so I didn't even look at them.
Well, it's
No,
only good for
Vengeance.
good aligned characters.
I don't remember looking at a Ring of Vengeance.
I looked at it, but I couldn't give up either of my rings.
Right, page 128.
And then Atham, you and I are rolling off for the sustenance ring.
You want to do that now?
Sure. You have a 55% chance to beat me. And you beat me.
No, I have a suggestion. If
I
we're
need
going to
that
look up
5%.
what page they're on, why not just copy paste the description while you're there?
Because it doesn't format well, and those little boxes in Google Docs are not very easy to read for long sentences. And I was doing that as a bonus for people. Like, that was me looking things up. I'm like, okay, I'll tell people what page it's on. So you can complain if you want, but you won't get any more page numbers.
I like page numbers.
See, there we
Page
go.
numbers,
Somebody
cool.
two people who are getting page numbers.
Yeah, that's very helpful. I open up the thing and then just, put in a number there and I get right
Close
to it.
softly. Whenever you score a critical hit with a melee weapon, this ring releases target divine energy fighting this. That's cool if you have a high crit rate.
No, you
No,
read
it's
it
when
wrong.
somebody
When
crits
somebody
you.
crits you.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be good for you, man. Like a tank. Like, I really considered it, but I already have 2 good rings. And I honestly thought that you would
Am I
you
good
would go
aligned
into
or
it.
am I neutral in this? I can't remember.
That's a question for you, not me.
Yeah.
I'm neutral good, so it'd work.
And
No
how
one
many
else
rings
wants
are
it.
you allowed?
2.
2.
2.
You're allowed 3 if you have that. If you want to turn your next slot into 1 with that one item.
And a
I think
glory.
so.
But
While we're talking about
Generally, next
items,
slot items are better than rings, though.
does anyone want a pair of Brawler's gauntlets?
The wizard
They-
will take them. No.
Yeah,
They,
that'd be good
give
for
you
the
a-
bard.
Yeah, they give you a +2 on grapple checks or unarmed damage for 1 round. And you can do it 3 times a day.
Yeah, I don't think so. If I get into a grapple with someone, I'm already in trouble.
so if no one else wants it, I guess I'll take a ring. Has it already been calculated?
No.
I think it was discussed that we looked at it once and said, oh, Foster will probably take that last time we looked at them.
Magical equipment is never calculated in our gold split.
Okay.
We have to sell that first, so
guess I'll take it.
it's in part to encourage people to make use of equipment if we haven't sold it yet.
So I'll be adding the Brawler's gauntlets to the pile next time that we sell stuff.
Awesome.
Where is
Yeah, I've
said
got-
pile anyway?
I've got
There's a cart. Well,
yeah.
we still have a cart? Oh, no.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Well, we've got
We
multiple
left-
loot pages, but I don't
party
see...
wagon.
411
Okay.
was last session, 418 is tonight's.
Right. I just didn't see anything like a stack in the party wagon. That's why I asked.
Yeah, like we haven't really been keeping anything permanently in the party wagon except for the bottom where I'm keeping the supplies.
Just make sure to keep up the loot until we sell, and then we can get rid of the pages. That's one way to do it.
Yeah. Like I'm keeping all the pages on the loot list until we've finished with that and sold it, and then I hide it.
Because we'll just go through each page for the stuff we don't take and sell it off for the party loot.
Yep.
Alrighty, I got all my stuff in.
How much does fishing tackle weigh?
So
Not
0.2 pounds or something like that. No, that's marbles.
I have it written down as weight 5.
Unless somebody was going to claim the marbles for some reason, I was going to bring those back and give them to the kid.
Well, that's a good idea.
Well, I don't think anybody else is gonna argue with you over marbles.
You never
I-
know.
Just don't lose them.
We had
If I
a
was
druid
Ratchet in
that
this
threw
game.
boulders, so I didn't know if somebody wanted to like throw giant marbles.
If I was Ratchet in
They have
this
to be
game, I
stones.
might make a bomb out of them, but no.
Great
Yeah.
shot.
I thought about them for like cantrips, like put down in paths to trip people, but
See, that's what I was thinking. Was it would be a good practical joke, but that'd be about it. No, go ahead, take them.
that's
Yeah.
why I put a little thing in there. I asked how many marbles. Hundreds of marbles. Pour them down on the floor and trip bad guys.
2 barrels worth of marbles.
Exactly.
just walk around crouched over with double barrels on your back. Ugh. I'm
If it
okay.
was 2 barrels of marbles, we just mount them on the back of the cart. So when a cart chases us,
You pull a Batman
Yes.
and like instead of an oil slick, it's a marble hazard.
yeah. Except in a dirt road, they just like sink in and wouldn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Maybe bumpy.
Yeah, I'll take them and give them back to the kid. I guess. Are we ready to begin? GM.
Yep. Just waiting for you guys to finish what you're doing.
Before we leave the cavern, I guess I would like to kind of just stop everybody. Like, you know how we have that rope that we basically have to climb up before we leave? I kind of stop everybody in that chamber, and try to stress the importance of not divulging the secret of what we found down here to anyone. And I guess I'll say it is very important that that this remain a secret. Regardless if you care or not. I was warned that if anyone learned of this, we would not be dealing with merely mortal danger. We could have gods upon our path. So we must not talk about this at all. I will do my best to keep this safe with the help of with Alton, and this is definitely something we should just simply not talk about.
Yes, one does not encounter the head of a god every day. Oh. Very.
It's okay. What
Interesting.
happens in the cavern stays in the cavern.
Oh God, no! There's too many undead down there for that.
All right. So, to fill in, well, I don't know if watched the video or not, but so last session you guys ventured down into, well, you guys were down at the beginning of the session, just entered it. Guys came across a skeleton dragon. Guys came across a couple undead wizards. You guys then had a couple tests of your faith and willpower, which Recluse said failed miserably on.
Yes.
And I will add that Durian passed with flying colors until he fell into a trapdoor.
Yeah. And
yes.
so you guys eventually got through all of the tests and then found Darian's god's head, Malachor. And he mentioned... did you mention to the group about what he said?
I think I told them a very small amount. I think I think I didn't specify anything about like they're spread across the continents or anything. I just said if there is
parts.
if there is more of Malachor, I would like to find him. And I did mention that I spoke with him. Like I don't think my character would be able to keep that a secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I kept a lot of it really really close to the breastplate.
Okay. So if you didn't, I guess you sort of mentioned that they're scattered. There could be scattered all over the place. So yeah, that's about where we ended. You guys are now exiting the hole in the ground and are now on top of the surface. The woman and the wife and the husband and the boy are both out there asking what went on down there.
Oh well, we made sure that the evil was truly banished. We found some more dangers, but we dealt with them, and it seems everything down there has been laid to rest. Out of character, I make absolutely no mention of what we found, and I specifically told everybody that we were not to talk of this.
My boy, some things are not something to be excited about. If you wish to keep your head on your shoulders, I would keep your interest a bit low in such things.
The boy asks, "Is there anything else down there?"
Just some old moldy bodies and some rock. And I look to his parents and I say, and quite a few hazards in the form of pitfalls. We will need to find a way to seal this up.
The boy looks very upset now.
Well, maybe if I found a big rock.
Reclusette tells the boy, he says, well, we did leave one terrifying monster down there because all it likes to do is eat small boys.
The boy doesn't look very upset anymore. Looks more afraid.
And do I see any boulders weighing approximately 1 ton?
Unfortunately, there are no 1-ton boulders in the swamp.
If we wait a day, I can get a couple uses of stone shape ready.
That would be fantastic.
I just
think
looked it up. I found it surprising that an earth elemental doesn't have that ability.
I think we all agree that this does need to be sealed. There's nothing down there for us anymore.
Well, isn't the marker kind of still up on top there?
It's
Or
not
did that
big enough.
Did that all collapse?
The marker's still up there. There's basically like you said it was like a 6-foot hole or something like that?
Yeah. It's big enough
just-
to fit Arthur's ass through.
But the marker's not big enough to like push over and seal it up.
No, it's more of a
Little plaque thing.
pillar or
Okay.
a spire or something like that.
Yeah. So I think we
rest
should
this
all
day.
we should all rest. We've definitely earned it. If you would put us up for one more night, I would be most grateful.
Surely. All right. Come on in, and I'll make you all some food.
Yay! I don't have to use another pound of rations.
So she comes in, and they turn on the fire and starts cooking what looks like some kind of rat or something.
Well,
Great.
It's okay. It's a swamp rat.
yeah, might taste good. You never know.
I do want to make sure we're not using up all of their food. Like,
No,
okay,
there's plenty of rats.
all right. Like I would poke my head into their pantry and make sure like we haven't like totally decimated their winter stores.
Well, they're not the richest of folk, being that they're out here in the middle of nowhere with
Oh,
a
well.
makeshift temple and stuff. But
That
they're not.
that'll be taken care of shortly.
Yeah, so, all right, but yeah, they just cook you up some meals and start handing them out.
Was with that 26 roll, does Ruth catch a couple swamp rats?
I have to wait till the morning, but probably. Oh, the ideas. All right, you guys do anything else for the night?
I guess I would just continue to kind of have talks with them about like what I understand about Malachor and the religion, as it were, and continue imparting what knowledge I have to try to make sure they're kind of set on the right path, and encouraging them that they are doing well, and to keep this place safe. And I think that's probably what I would do for like the rest of the evening. I would keep like careful eye on the boy just to make sure everything is okay with him. Even though
Arthur
I'm
will take a normal human-sized portion of rations and he'll eat something else later.
I'll try to encourage Zook to regale us with song as dusk approaches.
So, is this
Evening
swamp rat
approaches.
any good?
It's a little jerky.
A little gamey.
Man, it dried out fast then.
Ruth will be setting up her camp near the hole.
All right.
Don't fall in.
I just want to be able to watch over it.
So what type of song were you wanting?
Something upbeat.
Can I put secure shelter over the hole and have it melt away? It'll go away in the morning, but no one will go in it at night.
Don't you have to be inside of it?
No, you don't have to put
Well,
anybody in
it
there.
just says it's made of the local terrain.
Yeah, I guess.
Just to keep it covered for the night.
Yeah, that works.
I don't. As long as there's not a hole in the floor or something like that, then it'll be fine.
And then Ruth could sleep a little ways off from that.
All right. So the night passes.
Zook singing.
Oh, Zoot's singing. Sing, Zoot.
La la la.
Tell us the stories of your people.
You really want me to sing?
You decided to be the bard. No.
You're no longer at
Guys.
Burger King, so I don't think it would be quite as amusing.
Y'all really enjoyed that, didn't you?
So Zuka sings, and
So Ruth is singing too? The blue says dancing to Ruth singing.
Yeah, typo.
Okay.
I can't spell.
You can tell one person from one gnome from another.
Exactly. You all look the same.
Racist.
Damn racist.
Exactly.
So Zuka sings some tales of battles and stuff like that in the past, and the boy seems very interested in knowing about all these battles. And the night passes without really much incident. You guys chow down on the rat, and and it's a fairly peaceful night. You guys wake up.
The bed
and
show, eh? that perhaps is nutritious, maybe.
You guys wake up and it is raining.
Appropriate. We're in the swamp.
And let's see, what did Ruth got 26, so we'll get you 5 swamp rats.
Mm.
Cool. Because Huon hadn't eaten for about a day.
If you don't use all of them, we can hang them from the side of the cart during the travel. By their tails.
Possums
Just
for sale.
them
For
up.
sale.
Kind of like they do rattlesnakes out in West Texas,
Exactly.
where they stretch them along the fence to warn others.
Mm-hmm. Before we leave today, I would like to take. What was his name? God, I had it written down. The father. I'd just like to take him aside and like what sort of person have I kind of determined him to be? Like we've spent 2 days there, and that's like not enough to really entirely get to know somebody. But I assume I know like what sort of man he is.
He seems like a normal fatherly fellow. He's conscious about his family's welfare and stuff like that, but also knows that he needs to provide food and shelter and everything like that for them. So he seems fairly true aligned.
And how into he is into the like the concept of Malachor is he? Do I get the idea that both of them are equally like into this idea, or is he kind of going along with his wife?
The wife is more, it seems, devoted. He's a follower and everything, but she seems to a lot more of a follower than him.
Okay. I guess I am kind of talking to the right person, and I did find his name, Alex. I would. I guess I would like try to take him aside as everybody's kind of getting ready in the morning, and thank him for giving us the hospitality of his temple, and praise him for taking on the task of trying to rebuild it in the face of so many other religions. It's not easy to believe something that nobody else really puts stock in. And I would say zealousness is a valuable trait sometimes, but practicality is often what Malachor has preached. I would take out a small bag and offer it to him. Inside is quite a lot of gold, and I would say I feel that it is my duty to aid you in this. Being a priest of Malachor, if you would have it, I would help provide for the temple and whatever needs you would have.
Oh, thank you very much. He doesn't open up the bag and look in.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying not to make it seem like charity to him. Like, I'm trying to play it off more as, like, he's doing a valuable service, and as a benefit, he can feed his family and use this money for as he sees fit. I have put 2,000 gold in there.
Alright.
And I will say, I often wander far and wide. If you ever need my help, I know would not necessarily be easy, but feel free to contact me. If the need is great, perhaps Malachor will see to it that I get the message.
All right. He says, "Well, yeah. Thank you very much. This will anything will be good to help us survive out here and maintain the temple. And we look forward to seeing you the next time that you pass through."
Yeah, I give him a nod and kind of go back to the rest of the group as we get ready to leave.
All right.
What's going on outside?
Outside, it's raining. Ruth has managed to make some blocks of rock and shove them in the hole. I don't know what the rest of the party's doing, either watching them or packing up or having seconds on a rat.
I'm waiting on the wagon.
All right. So if everybody's done here, we're just going to start traveling.
So the hole is officially sealed.
Ruth put a couple cubic feet of stone in there, so
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, I was just making sure.
yep. All right. So, all right. So I guess we'll start to travel. Can move 2.
Soon we're heading towards the road. There's 2.
All right. So the afternoon comes, the rain clouds dissipate. Seems to be breaking up the clouds. You think it's going to be a nice night. You can move another 2. All right. So you guys have gotten to the road just about evening. You guys want to camp here or continue on?
I vote camp.
All right.
I'd be fun with it.
How are we
That
doing
sounds
on horse rations and everything? Do we put those in on the wagon thing? Or do you have it on character sheets?
I have a bunch of extra things that I bought for the horses and ourselves that are on the wagon.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, down on other. Okay, gotcha. Have you been subtracting those by chance?
How many days has it been since we left?
From Bury? I think it's been like 4 now, right?
Okay.
Well, travel-wise, it's about 2.
Okay.
Well, the horse is able to eat at the other place?
Yeah, we'll say that they were eating vegetation and stuff.
Dead zombies.
Or that. All right. So you guys camp out. What's the situation for guarding and stuff?
I have
Arthur
a
always takes one watch. So.
yeah, I have a watch chart on the wagon
Lucette and Zook, first watch.
that I made like a few sessions ago. I don't know if people want to switch that up, but it's there if people want to edit it. I have Rakluset and Zook on first watch, Alton and Ruth on second, and myself, Arthur, and Alton on third. But
Alton takes 2 watches.
he did that one night that we did it, so I don't know how you
Use
want to
a
do it.
ring of sustenance. You got from a while ago, right?
Our Alton's AFK at this exact moment, but
Oh.
Where is this?
It's on,
On the,
the,
uh,
on
party
the
sheet.
wagon. The wagon.
on the right side. There's a section. There's like a box labeled
Oh,
watches.
Okay. Yeah.
I figured it'd just be an easy way to kind of keep track.
All right. All right. So, assuming everybody is fine with that, does Alton do his little pop tent thing?
I can't ever imagine a situation
Probably.
where he wouldn't.
All right. So, okay. So the night passes without incident. Was there any? Okay, you did do it. You found like 3 rabbits. Ruth.
Sounds good.
The day is clear.
Like, does Ruth have like a running tally on her character sheet of all these animals?
She pretty much eats them right away.
Okay.
And that's how she's feeding Huon too.
Gotcha.
All right. So you can move 3.
Move through.
Afternoon. Nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary happens. You can move another 3. All right. All right. So it is now evening. Guys are just on the outskirts of the swampland, on the road, but in a swamp area. It is a clear night. You guys do anything special?
Is Alton back?
Nope.
Okay. I'd just like to probably say during this time, I've probably been talking with them about something that I'd probably not bringing to the rest of the party.
Ooh, secrets.
Just to have it out of the way, like beforehand, in case something comes up. And I think that's it for me.
Okay. Okay.
So can we see them talking, or are they being very sneaky about it?
Well, I would assume that everybody occasionally goes and talks with somebody one-on-one, like
I'm just curious.
when we're making camp. I don't like pull him 30 feet aside from the camp and go
That's
whisper.
all I was asking.
Where are they going?
This is more like, oh, yeah, like when we have time and like we're the only, like there's 3 people up, we'll be over by the fire just kind of chatting or something, like that'll be it.
That's what I thought was going to be going on.
All right. So Alton's back, so you can do your little whispering now.
Yes. So during this time, Dorian would be consulting Alton about the best way to protect or at least conceal the item.
Oh, all right. This thing I have is the wanted something that's temporary in the event that encounter travelers on the road or something.
Yeah, like if we encounter someone, or in the event we go through a city. I just need some way to conceal it.
Familiar pocket spell should make a small extra-dimensional hole for a period of about 8 hours. This at my level.
Yeah, so if you would be willing to do this until we come up with some sort of more permanent solution, I would be greatly indebted.
I can do that. I will prepare it twice.
And I guess I would also consult you on what we need to do to try to identify this helmet.
The identify spell is the normal route of doing that. I do not personally have it though.
So what would be the best way of going about that? I do not trust this to anyone but you.
I could cast the spell myself. We would merely need to buy a scroll for it.
All right, so
I think it's 100 gold, maybe 125. I think.
I make a mental note to keep on the lookout for a scroll of identify. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Actually, no. I can cast it now if you want. I can pull it out of the spell pool. That's a stock spell.
You can?
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell. It should be there.
Oh wow.
I still need to have the hero component, which is like 100 gold worth of something.
Could you have 100 gold worth of gold?
If the GM allows it, yeah.
It just has to be something valuable worth 100 gold?
I think it's actually something specific. Let me look. Something that's... I know it's worth 100 gold, but...
I know in... like
Pearl of at
2...
least 100 gold value. Crush and stirred into wine with an owl feather. Usually must be drunk prior to casting.
Drunk?
That's what it says. Must be drunk.
Weird. Okay. Yeah. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Well, you do have access to one of those. But it's
Not
worth
that-
1,000 gold pieces.
But not that we know of. Like I don't remember this, so
Well,
my
it was
character
in the
doesn't
loot.
remember this.
Alton would remember. It was in the loot.
Was it?
Yeah, Pearl of Breath Crisis.
Oh, that's a magic pearl. We don't want to crush that.
Okay.
That might not even work.
2k gold. Oh, it'd work. It'd just be a hell of a lot more than...
Well, it has magical properties, so it might do something really bad to the spell.
Make it so that you suffocate when you put it on.
I'll let you just grab it out of your pool.
I can. Well, I am pulling it out of the pool, but I
As
think
any
defense
kind
the,
of as any kind of spell without any cost.
Well, I was just going to be like, okay, I'll wait a few days, and when we got back to that river that we got
Wait.
ambushed at, I was just going to go looking for pearls for
Wait, you're
for
saying
like a day.
I don't have to spend the material component?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I'm just gonna use it as a normal spell.
Well, it is a normal spell, but normally there's a cost to casting it. That's why we generally avoid using it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if the DM says I don't have to,
Hey, that opens up your spell pool quite a bit now.
it'll take an hour, and I can tell you exactly what it does.
I would be there with you, like kind of watching over this. But yeah, I would very kind of gingerly entrust the helm to you. And I would
Yeah.
make sure this is during our watch.
I noticed that the DM wasn't into the spell components because I think Starlancer cast something that required a pretty interesting
Well,
spell
I'll say
component.
identify is only 100 gold. It's not too bad, but like I would expect like wish still requires a spell component.
Well, those things are just there for somebody not just to go, automatic fire on identify.
Yeah,
Identify.
Yeah, that's true, but like Wish is like 10,000 gold or something crazy, like really high expensive costs.
Anyway, shall we continue?
So is Alton able to cast this?
Yes, I will take off my hat, reach into it, pull out an amorphous glob of energy, and I will then waving my hands above the object and chanting for an hour.
I am probably looking fairly like tense at this moment. Like, oh god, please don't break my god's helmet.
Is
This has attracted my attention, and I'm just
Yeah.
very curious.
Are you on watch?
Yeah, Recluse and Zook are on watch.
Yeah.
No, this is. I said we were doing this during our watch, which would be
Oh.
third watch.
Okay. Sorry. Misunderstood that.
Well, there's a
Arthur-
reason. There's a reason why we have watches. When people aren't on watch, they're asleep.
No, obviously. I just misunderstood
Yeah.
that you said that.
Yeah. So
Never
All
mind.
right. So Arthur would be awake. Is Arthur curious?
Arthur is currently not sitting at his desk.
So he's not curious.
He is now.
Continue.
Sorry, Mom was calling down the stairs. What?
We're identifying this helmet on third watch. I would like. Durian trusts Arthur as much as he trusts Alton. Perhaps in a different way. Like he doesn't necessarily trust him not to make a scene.
So you shall be busy. I shall keep watch, I suppose.
Yes. And I ask him to let us keep. This is something of a personal matter.
All right. So Alton does his chanting for an hour and casts Identify on the helmet, and nothing seems to happen.
Are you sure this was a magical helmet? I will
You're the
detect
one-
magic. Thought I already did this once, but
It seems to have some kind of magical properties.
then Identify should tell them to me.
Unless it's an artifact.
Ooh. Is that a caveat that you're aware of, Alton?
No, it works on any magic item. Oh, well, yeah, it actually does. Does not function when used on an artifact.
Oh, somebody needs to read their spells. So you sense magic from this, but you can't identify it. Like, do you?
That
do
would
you get...
take. Let me look up. I know there's a higher level one. Legend lore, I think it is. Oh, you can go on. It seems to be a very powerful magic artifact. It seems to be beyond the powers of the normal identify spell. I shall have to research further on how to identify it.
I look a little bit disappointed, but after a few seconds I brighten up and I thank you. Thanks for the attempt, Alton. I perhaps have another way to deal with this, but any help you could think of in the future would definitely be appreciated.
All right. So the night passes without any other incidents, and you guys wake up and it's raining.
Durian's favorite weather.
Alas,
A good
it's
omen.
always rain.
The free shower, yes.
The mud I would be more concerned about than free shower, quote quotes.
Ruth finds 4 rabbits.
Much better than rats, huh?
I could have had rats. You guys are
More meat.
sort of on the swamp, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it's raining today. You guys are on the road though, so it doesn't really affect your travel. So
Oddly enough, I think it was raining last time we came through here too.
yep. All right, so you can move 3.
Durian's going to be very quiet today. Not like really talking to anybody. Like he'll answer a question if posed, but he'll kind of be writing in silence. The entire day, I'm going to be in contemplation and trying to prepare myself to speak to my god.
All right. Afternoon, you're traveling down the road, and there is a small caravan that is coming the opposite direction.
I kind of make my horse's way to sidle over to Alton, and I kind of give him a nod, and I guess I gesture with my eyes over to the my backpack. Does Alton get what I am implying?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take out the item. It's in a small sack.
I will cast Familiar Pocket Component. Make a 1 foot by 1 foot, basically a mini bag of holding, what it amounts to.
All right.
Is this a sleight of hand that you guys are attempting?
No. We're just kind of doing this unobtrusively, like not trying to keep the rest of the party from seeing this. Definitely doing this at a distance, like before the oncoming travelers can see it. Like I would assume I would not be up front doing this.
All right.
And
Alright.
from what my understanding is the sack basically just kind of appears empty after that.
Okay.
Yes. So you reached into it or put something in it, then it
How does this caravan look? Are they a group of orcs or humans or
They look like
undead?
They look like they are elf, half elf, human, like a mix of races. They have a wagon and a couple horses. They seem to be just traveling in the opposite direction. They are waving to you, but don't seem to be slowing or anything.
I give a cursory wave.
All right.
I kind of ask them briefly as they pass, how is the road to the east?
Muddy.
As is the road to the west.
And swamps lay ahead.
On we go.
So you guys pass by the caravan without incident. You can move another 3. Alright. So you guys end up camping at the crossroads, going north. Okay. Guys set up camp. Alton, you're doing your little pup tent thing every time we're setting up camp, right?
You hear Alton?
Yes, am I muted? No?
You were.
Okay, well, yes, I am doing that.
Okay. Alright. So, alright. So then, so you guys camp out for the night.
On third watch, presuming we get to third watch without an incident.
Okay, it is third watch.
You know, I would like to take out the sack and like I guess we've established that, like, this is basically just kind of like a stone cabin sort of.
It's a cabin that's officially made out of whatever was around at the time, but it is as hard, as solid as stone.
Okay. Do we have like a table in the corner or something across
Yes,
from
it has a standard 4-poster.
Okay.
There, where'd it go? I was yeah, it's as depicted in that little icon.
Okay. I guess in that case, I will go over to the desk. I kind of make it clear to Alton and Arthur that, you know, I'm going to be praying, and I don't take the skull out of the sack. I'll just kind of put it down on the desk, you know, next to my holy text, and I will, you know, after a day of preparing for this, I will place my hand in there and on the skull and see if I can contact Malachor.
All right. Would you say anything, or?
If I place my hand on the skull and nothing happens immediately, I don't know that I would be surprised. I would just kind of close my eyes and I would think. And I would kind of think to him, Malachor, if you can hear me, I do not wish to disturb you, but I have a question.
There's no answer.
Okay, yeah, not terribly surprised. I didn't think I was going to be able to use this as a guaranteed conduit or anything. I don't give up, though. I ask, with your remains, I found what I believe to be your helmet. I'm trying to determine what it is. It has a strong magical presence to it, and if I am to undertake this dangerous quest, and almost assuredly at some point draw otherworldly danger to myself, I need to know if this can help me, or if it will draw more danger. I assume I get no response.
Yeah, there's no response.
Yeah, I kind of nod with my eyes closed, and I close the sack back up and put it back in my bag, and kind of finish doing my kind of normal nightly prayer routine. That's it.
All right. Okay. Ruth, did you do a roll?
No, I didn't bother this time.
Okay, you're too fat on rabbits.
She's losing her girlish figure.
Yep. All right. So the remainder of the night passes without incident. In the morning, take it away.
Yeah, that's one way to transition. So I will be guest DMing a little bit. In the morning, let's go to another map then. How do you make that map viewable?
Which one do you want?
The Panem. But just forcing them go to it.
No, they can't. There. Now they can see it.
All right, I'll force them to the view.
You need their tokens too.
Yeah.
I can load my own when I get in.
Okay, so the sun has come up and we're rising, I'm sure. So set yourself up around the camp.
Top my hit points off because they don't seem to be topped off for some reason.
Ruth is outside, correct? Usually.
Usually,
Okay.
I go inside to cook.
Can you give me a listen check then?
Oh, so we're not outside?
Yeah, we're just waking up the rest of the people.
Well, 3 of us were on watch. So whoever was on third watch is already up.
Yeah. Is the watch being inside or outside?
Probably
That-
outside.
I guess Arthur has like a predilection to making sure he's like outside. Like I guess he feels
Our
cramped.
predilection to be going around in circles on watch. So
Arthur takes
Okay.
watch very seriously. Apparently, I would
Go
be
ahead and give
in
a
watch.
listen check then, Arthur.
I would be inside for a lot of it, but I would occasionally come out to check with Arthur just to make sure he's not bored.
listen. I think I have +2 in that maybe. Yes, +2. Plus 21.
Okay. And Zook's outside, looks like. Did you sleep out there?
I guess so. I don't know.
No, I just dropped a bunch of tokens.
Okay, we'll put you inside then, Zook. Okay, so Ruth and Foster, you hear from the east a voice, pretty loud. Sounds like somebody is yelling something out. Can't totally make it out. Ruth, you can make out something. The person saying is that something is coming.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, who timed out?
The twins.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we lost them both.
Their internet's been
Yeah.
really bad lately.
And they got to pay more for it. Boy, doesn't that suck? That would just piss me off.
Yeah, we had some trouble during Dungeon World.
Is it they're usually out for a minute or two, or was it like 20?
Yeah, it was just a minute.
Okay.
Well, y'all want to just make it a bio real quick then, or something?
Sure.
Sounds
Since we
good.
don't know how long they're gonna be.
Yeah, I'll go get some water and bio and turn on the air.
Sounds good.
Come back in about 3 or 4 minutes.
I like that.
User entered your channel.
I'm back.
Well, we didn't know how long you were gonna be gone. We called a bio.
Yeah, Foster stepped on the power switch for the router.
And here we were blaming the internet.
Yeah, we were blaming your ISP,
Blame Arthur.
Arthur and his clumsy hooves.
Bunko, are you still present? Okay, guess not.
Guess not. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make the bio then, since everyone
Okay.
else took it.
But yeah, Star. Looks like identifying artifacts is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I assume so. I'm gonna have to take a more direct route.
The game expects you to spend 30,000 gold to actually concretely identify an artifact. That's just insane.
So if your internet is back, where's Foster?
He appears to be having trouble getting his computer to boot up. Probably not good.
I'm back.
Apparently Foster stepped on the router.
Whoops.
He stepped on the power switch to
Oh.
that amounts to the router and everything else that's attached to his computer. But
Okay, I
his
was gonna-
computer is currently not booting up.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Did
Not at
you
all.
check to make sure that he didn't accidentally jiggle his power cord out from the back of his computer when he did that?
Oh no, it's getting to the main screen. He's in BIOS now.
Ew.
Oh, yeah. That could be bad.
Okay, it's booted up now. He should be here momentarily.
Alright.
User joined.
Curse myself and my slightly tappy foot.
Mhm.
Big hooves got in the way.
Yeah, problem is the router and modem, everything is plugged straight. So everything went. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. What's going on?
User in your
We-
channel
we-
timed out.
Paused for a bio.
User entered your channel.
I hit it and I was like, shit.
Yeah, if you wanted to, Star, the legend lore spell will give like this was known to be wielded by the great warrior such and such.
Well,
It's known to do these things, but
I have a feeling I know who wielded this.
yeah, but it'll tell you like if it was like known to stop the blows of 1,000 goblins, that kind of thing is what that tells you.
Yeah.
But I can't cast that because it's a 7th level spell.
Bunko, I see you're back. What was the general description of this helmet? Like, I recall you saying it was like in the colors of Malachor, where it had his symbol upon it.
Yes, it has a symbol upon it and it has the colors.
Okay, so
I believe it's silver and black or something.
it was either silver and blue or silver and red.
Blue. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah. I guess after the failed attempt at communication, I would have just been examining the helmet during the rest of my my watch, like trying to clean it up and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a what looks like a very knightly kind of helmet. Very strong looking.
I never got around to drawing it. I probably should do that. It's not like the thing was this is not like the symbol of anything. Like it's not like a pair of wings on something. It's just like a symbol, and it would be kind of meaningless unless you knew it was Malachor's. I'll draw it and I'll have it ready for next session. I can actually
Alright.
see if I can come up with one this session. Maybe.
Is everybody? There's Bruce. Okay, I think everybody's back then. Okay, so as I was explaining before we got disconnected, Ruth hears part of the voice says something, she can't make it out, is coming, and Arthur can hear the coming part too from from where you are right now.
Male voice.
Appears, yeah, seems to be.
Speaking common.
Correct.
So someone's coming. That would be
You heard somebody yelling.
yelling at. From
Okay, well, Ruth gets up, walks to the door, and knocks on it.
I look out toward the yelling.
Yeah, I walk to the door and I open it up. Ruth, what is it?
Someone's yelling out here. Might want to get people up.
Ah,
Do I understand what they're saying?
I nod to you like, yeah, I'll take care of it, and I go to wake the others up.
Or do I just hear yelling? Period.
You can start to, let's see, give me a roll for people inside for a listen.
Well, she just walked up to knock on the door, and I was already up, so I answered. So I'm waking everybody up now.
Gotcha. And you guys can all roll a listen in there because the door's open now, right?
Yeah.
And Ruth is packing up her pack.
Allison's listen is bad. But I still got a 22.
Yeah, when the door opens and Ruth stops telling you that she can hear something, you guys all kind of hear it too. Yelling voice. You can't make out what anything it's saying though, but you do hear a voice yelling out.
Yeah. So everyone up. We may have company.
Spot check from Ruth and Arthur. They're outside.
Well,
That was horrid. Well, not horrid, but not good. Okay, Ruth, you see down to the southeast by the road a lone humanoid male walking around, and the yelling seems to be coming from him.
I
now-
can't see anything.
Now he's close enough to hear more clearly. He says, he's yelling out, he's saying, the Hearth Hill Fair is coming! The Hearth Hill Fair is coming!
So I walk out of the door, and like I assume I can hear this, right?
Correct. Yes.
I
you
just
can now make it out.
sigh, and I'm like, oh.
In the
God.
middle of the night.
Did Recluse
Nope.
become the
This
DM?
is the
Is that what's
morning.
going on?
Yes, in the middle of the night I became the DM. You guys missed that?
Yes.
Yeah, must have.
Oh, you guys got out early then. Okay, yeah, we transitioned from Bunko to me in the morning. I became DM.
Yeah, I just sigh. I'm like, I think
Go
it's
back
a false
to sleep
alarm.
if you want.
I look about and like everybody's already awake, getting their shit together, like we're about to be attacked by orcs. and I realize it's morning already. I'm like, sorry guys, false warning.
Okay, he appears that he sees Ruth, and he waves over at Ruth. And he starts heading up that way. He
She
starts
gives
yelling.
a nice, unfriendly wave back. Hi. And then finishes packing up.
Anybody else do anything else?
I mean,
Is
like
he
now that
within
we're awake,
speaking, or
I'm just packing my stuff up too.
I just
Yeah.
watch him as he approaches.
Alrighty. He calls out to you, "Ahoy there, camp! How's everybody doing here?"
Well, half of us were sleeping until a few minutes ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I usually don't start calling out until rising hour, after sunrise. Didn't know you guys were camped so close to the road here. I'm the fair caller for the Hearth Hill Fair, and I was wondering if you'd like to come to see the fair. can roll knowledge in the local if you want, if you guys have it for the.
I've been around. I'll probably give it a really horrible roll.
Have a go with it.
I think I'll just roll an assist.
My book, get plus 12, 18.
So Ruth will
I
ask
rolled
him.
pretty bad.
A fair, you say? So a big
Somebody's
group
got
of
a plus
people
1.
in a small area?
Well, not always big. I mean, I wouldn't call it like a city. We are a traveling show. We set up from time to time outside hamlets and villages and off the road, and allow people from the towns to come and see us and regale them with interesting shows of some kind. And Foster and Alton, you guys have heard of the fair a little bit. You know, it's a traveling, pretty much what he just told you there, of course. And that they have shows that are with animals, and they have like interesting people there that can do interesting different things.
I thank
And
you
that's
for
about
your
all you know
interest,
for it.
sir, but I believe that we will be moving on. We have
you don't
important
want to-
business elsewhere.
You don't want to come to the fair. I mean, it's a nice gathering of people from the nearby area, and we have some food and players, musical, different kinds of shows that go on for. It's not too terribly long. We show during the day, and that's about it. Doesn't take
How-
up too much time.
How far do people come from for this fair?
Well, we're from several miles away, if they know where we are in the area. We recently set up this night. This is our second time back through here. We were back through here about 2 months ago. So we're just doing our first show for today in this area. And on opening day, we usually don't have a lot because the word's just getting around. I've just started out, as the fair is not too terribly far from here, only over a few more hills. About half a kilometer to your east and slightly south off the road.
Will there be
Well-
a Dead Bob show?
I'm not familiar with this Dead Bob you speak of.
Obviously not. Then never mind.
Perhaps we will. Perhaps we won't. Thank you for the information, my friend.
Very well. Have a good day.
You as well.
The fair caller steps off and heads to the southwest along the road.
I turn to the rest of the party. I'm like, this doesn't seem to be the typical thing we would spend time upon. However, it struck me that this may be a place to gain information if the rest of you think it a good idea. We're not exactly sure where we need to go.
Exist to frisk those unwary of their coin.
Absolutely. I look
Back it
at Arthur with
Yep.
a new light. Like, I didn't even think the centaur would know about this sort of thing. Like, I thought he would be the most gullible of sort, but
I have run afoul of one of these
oh,
bears before.
I give you a sympathetic glance. Nevertheless,
Is that why you hate being ridden?
I look over at Ruth and I just make like
That's a separate story.
Ixnay. Does
Recluse
Doesn't
Ed
like
speaks
fat
up
people either.
and says, "Well, I saw the fair in South Cabré when they were through there about 9-10 months ago, and it was nice. There's not too much of a criminal element, of course. Otherwise, I probably would have stayed with them. So I think you can be assured of that, Arthur. But who knows what they've picked up along the road in the last 10 months? They usually have, psychics and strange peoples and animal shows and so forth."
Do you think this would be a potential place to gather news from about the country? We're really trying to find where this this dark wizard went, and we really have little information upon him. Would this be a potential source?
Perhaps they travel around quite a bit.
I looked at everybody else. I know it's eager. Most of us are eager to get on our way, but what does everyone else think?
He probably wants to free the animals.
God. Perhaps someone there would know something. A short visit couldn't hurt, I would think.
When Ruth says that, I said, I think the animal handler was a druid, actually. The animals seemed to be treated well. They didn't have to jump through hoops or anything like that.
It probably just means Ruth will hate this guy more.
Perhaps, yeah.
So, we're not getting people speaking up. Are we going on the road, or are we going to the fair?
I would personally like just going on the road. I highly doubt it would have any other information about what we were after.
So that's one vote for no. Do we have any definite votes for yes?
Ruth abstains.
I provide my own entertainment. I don't need such things. And they didn't hire me, so it can't be very good.
Without a vote for yes, and I look back to Arthur and perhaps a couple of votes for no, I think the choice is clear. Shall we be on our way? Yes, Zook is more than enough entertainment for us, I would have to say.
I mean, they didn't even inquire with me, and I traveled these parts for many years, and I've never been invited to work their show.
They didn't want you showing them up.
No doubt.
Although I could always go and put some scare into them with some of my new spells I learned.
Oh, I don't think that went well last time.
Oh, I've got a brand new one. While y'all were off, I learned something. You know, the sound and everything. It all is one now. It can be very large and scary if I wish to run off all the people and be very mean. But I'm not trying to be mean.
So I think it sounds like we're finishing packing up camp and getting on the wagon and proceeding east.
Alrighty, so you guys pack up the camp and start heading on the road eastward.
Yep.
Bunko, you are now DM.
Yep. And you have to realize when you DM, this is the option you take sometimes.
Yep, that's what I told Bunko. So
That's.
I tried.
I told you it has to be something tangible for them to bite on.
Well, it doesn't have to be gold, but I tried. There could be a reason for us to go, but there were too many negatives. So
yeah, I figured
Normally, I would probably go
coming from the
along with
east.
it and go there, but with as many pressing, time-sensitive quests as we brought upon ourselves, we can't really do anything else.
yeah,
I thought that you guys might go there to try to pump information on your main quest.
I
So-
doubt anyone who would go there would know anything about Darius.
So
yeah.
Rick,
I was really reaching for that one when I was saying it.
So what you do now is you recycle what you didn't use and frame it into another story.
Yeah, I can do some of that.
We come upon another fair
It would be
20
hard.
miles later.
Yeah, exactly.
This one
This
placed
one
directly
is,
in the road.
Like, if we literally were at, like, a hub town type thing, and it was offered to me, and we had no other, like, your entire town could die, or someone's life could be in danger type quests in action, I'd probably go, but not now.
Yeah.
So we're off.
It seemed a rather low priority.
Let us continue.
I have other high priority ones. That's the one I rolled though with Bunko earlier. So I figured, well, it depends on if they want to have fun or not.
So we continue back to the world map.
Back to the world map. Yep.
All right. So let's roll for All right. It is a sunny day. Rain has subsided, and you can move 3. All right. By the afternoon, clouds are coming back. You are almost in the sight of the crossroads up ahead. Nothing has happened over the term of the afternoon. Move another 3. All right. It is evening. You guys camp out in your usual way on the road, setting up your normal building, and Ruth doing his rabbit catching, and the evening passes pretty silently. The clouds seem to be remaining, but it's not raining just of yet. It's a partly cloudy night out. The night passes without incident, and Ruth gets 4 rabbits. And you guys can move 3.
The bridge.
Hmm.
The bridge to nowhere. Or somewhere. So you guys reach the bridge around the afternoon. The fog that has rolled in from the north fairly earlier than expected.
Isn't that convenient?
Yes. So, you guys notice the fog, but nothing other than that out of the ordinary. You can continue on 3.
Did we camp?
Now you do. We camped before, yeah. So you guys camp the night. It is still foggy throughout the entire night. On the 3rd shift, you guys hear some off to the road.
I paced around and peered toward the source of this disturbance.
Yeah, I guess I'll turn to Alton and I'll say, hold things down here. I'll make sure Arthur doesn't get into any trouble.
Indeed.
And I'll go
tend
with.
to.
Yeah. Well,
You say
know
that
now.
loud enough for me to hear?
Of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I have enough respect for Arthur that I actually do say it out loud, and
Me?
I-
Get into trouble? I have not. I know not what you speak of.
I just grin and I'm like, yeah, let's go. So I'm walking with Arthur, and I like what exactly are we hearing down from the road? Like, is it a commotion, or did we just hear one thing?
You hear what sounds like movement. You guys can do a listen check for something greater than that.
Quiet now, Arthur.
Clop, 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 clop.
We're not on the road though, so it's more like
It's more like sploosh,
Clunk,
sploosh,
clunk.
sploosh
yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah. Durian is kind of distracted by the
Not much
squooshes.
better.
These scouts have no ears. So,
Do we see anything?
Arthur seems to see what looks like some bodies that are hiding behind some rocks that are little off of the road.
Big body?
They look medium sized. They seem to be trying to hide behind the rock.
What you think they're in? Maybe some brigands?
You see something, Arthur?
There's some bodies behind those rocks.
Oh, I can
Maybe
only just
waiting in ambush.
I can only just barely make out the rocks. Yes, not the normal traveler to just simply hide. How far away are we from the camp now? Like, I don't think we would have gone more than like 20 or 30 feet unless Arthur would disagree.
I don't think we've gone very far.
Yeah. Wait here. I'll go wake the others. Keep an eye on them and try not to alert them. And I will try to make my way back, kind of like crouched low to the ground, so I don't give a silhouette or anything, and go back inside.
All right.
Alton, we may have some trouble. Arthur's keeping an eye on them. Let's best to wake the others, but silently. Let's douse the lights as well.
What sort of trouble we'll be facing?
We don't know. It looks. We saw figures hiding on the road. They definitely look like they were hiding from perhaps us or the camp. I'm not sure, but they know we're here. No friendly greetings this time.
Perhaps true, but we should still check to be sure. I mean, they could be bandits, they could be merely more cowardly traders or some such.
We're not attacking them, Alton. Douse the lights. And I go and I start to try to wake the others up without making too much commotion. Best safe than sorry.
All right. So the rest of the party is now awake. Arthur is standing his ground, correct?
Yes. For now.
So the rest of the party is now awake in the cabin, and Arthur is outside.
So is
about 30 feet away from the cabin.
Arthur has spotted some figures. It looks like they may be trying to make their way up to the camp. Just off the road. They were definitely hiding. Let us see if, for once, we might get the drop on them. Perhaps if we surround them, we may not have to fight.
Ruth is packing up her things.
Ruth, I don't know that we have time to pack up the camp.
Done.
Oh. Well, maybe you have time to pack up the camp. Let us be off.
All right. So, the druid with very few objects.
Yeah, she grabs her swamp rats and throws them over her shoulder.
And a blanket, and that's it.
So, you guys exit the cabin and are now with Arthur.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to urge everybody to keep low, like, and to what cover we can. Arthur, what news?
They have not moved since last time. Since you left.
Everybody can do a listen check.
My list might have changed with my headband. Let me see.
My horse fart. Yep.
We just hear, and everybody looks over at Arthur.
Oh, yay!
Whoa, nice.
I hear everything.
All right, so Recluse and Zook both hear what sounds like human voices. They seem a little paranoid and what you can actually hear at this distance. The people who do have dark vision or low light vision can see the rock and the humans behind it. Those that can't, those that don't have it, are just going by hearsay.
How many voices do I hear? Can I make it out, or just is it just a...
It sounds like there's at least 3 that are talking.
I relay this
There's-
information quietly.
There's little movement. They're trying to hide behind the rock and everything, but they do seem to know that they're being watched.
How do we? I guess I can't ask this, but how would one know from like the sound of voice that they know they're being watched?
How would the human? How would Reclusette know?
Yeah, like
It would be like them talking and trying to shush up people and try to keep the volume down and whatnot.
I assume they've of course seen the lights from inside. Perhaps they think we're all still inside. Whatever the case, they seem intent to remain hidden. This seems fairly nefarious. Should we attempt to encircle them?
In the dark?
Well, all we need to do is perhaps split up into 2, maybe 3 groups. Send one further up the road, one a little bit further down the road, and at once everyone activates some sort of light, and we surround them. It won't be perfect, but we will determine who they are then.
Okay. Who all has dark vision? Is it just Ruth and Arthur?
I have low light.
Arthur looks at his pack to see if he has a normal light of some kind. Oh, I have a lantern. Okay.
The young
forgot I had
human
that.
wizard squints against the darkness.
So Durian, Alton, and myself are pretty much blind.
Well, I have low light, so I can
Oh.
make out the rocks and like the shapes of the people.
Okay.
We should have perhaps Arthur go with one group, and I can probably take let's see here. I guess I motion to Reclusette. As long as we have someone who can create light in at least 2 of the groups, or maybe all 3, this should work out.
It is worth, if one of you wishes to get closer to perhaps hear what they're saying and is confident in your speaking ability, I can hide you from sight.
You're whispering this, right?
Yes. Yeah, but if I whisper, the mic won't pick up, so...
That's what push the talk is for.
He's flipping you off now.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea, but I think we should prepare. Alton, if things go sideways, prepare to cast light, and I will certainly do the same.
Very well.
Yeah,
Alright.
I vote Zook. Go out there and check things out.
So what's the plan here?
I think we're sending Zook ahead under invisibility to see what they're doing.
Hide.
Yeah, and like nominally, if things go to shit, we're gonna cast light on ourselves and just go at them.
Alright.
Indeed.
Roll your move silent.
I will reach into my hat and pull it out and cast it upon him. From the spell pool once again.
Quiet! Ooh, that's a good roll. Move silent.
About average though for him.
Isn't invisibility like hour or something like that?
I think it's hide, isn't it?
I
in
think
casting?
it's a long time until you do something, I think.
I think it's an hour or something.
8 minutes. Not terribly long, but
Long enough.
Alright. So Zook is now invisible and creeping up on the rock with the people behind it. At one point, you, Zook, you think they might have heard something. So you, what do you do?
If I think they heard something, I freeze.
Alright. How long do you freeze?
Until it appears that they're no longer, trying to figure out where I am.
Alright.
Based on what I'm doing, I can roll a listen check if you want me. I don't know if I'm inside of them or just listening to them at the moment.
Yeah, you can do a listen check.
Not that good.
So you wait about 30 seconds, and you believe that it was just a false alarm or something, and continue to creep up on them. You are now on the opposite side of the rocket of the people. There is about what sounds like about 5 humans that are on the other side. They sound humanish in the way that they're speaking. They seem to have a problem with Arthur.
Problem as in they're prejudiced, or problem as in they're afraid of him, or they hate him personally? What can I tell?
Sounds like they don't like him for some reason, and they're watching you guys because of him and not the entire group.
So I can't hear them whether they're referring to him by name or just that creature or that type of thing.
It's more along the lines of, he's about 200 meters up in front of us and stuff like that. He's just outside that building, and just people just talking about his location, basically.
Okay. So I cannot tell if it's a personal thing or just a centaur thing in general.
They haven't said anything one way or the other.
Okay, that's what I was trying to find out.
Feet, sorry.
Yeah, hopefully 200 feet, not 200 meters. In that case, I made a long trek over here.
So Zook listens for a while.
Yeah. And you said I'm currently on the opposite side of the rock from them?
Yep.
Okay, this area, do I have plenty of clear room to move where I could see them without obviously tripping over something or stepping on something to make noise, or is this a very dense area?
It's rocky.
Gravel and so forth?
There's gravel, but it's nothing. You're pretty skilled at walking, moving silently over the gravel and everything.
I know. I'm seeing if there's extra pitfalls involved. Okay.
Yep. It's now about, we'll say, about 4 minutes into the spell, so those spells half over.
Spells half over. Okay.
I think I would start to be getting a little tense at this point. Like, he's been gone a while. We need to kind of prepare.
I'm going to do a quick spot check to see if I see any obvious traps.
You don't see anything.
Okay. I'm going to move silently, continue, and see if I can get a better look at these people.
All right. You just want to go around the side of the rock, or add some distance and go around the side.
If they still appear to be unsuspicious, I'll just go around the side real quick, or quietly, but short distance.
All right. So you go around the one side of the rock and seem to be there's one person that is looking out from that side of the rock down towards Arthur's location. The others, there's about 2 or 3 that are peering over the opposite side of the rock that you're on, also peering down towards Arthur's location. And then there's another 2 that are just huddled up. They're waiting for some kind of word of what to do next to the people who were watching.
Okay. 5 or 6 total.
Yep.
Do they appear
They're
afraid or angry?
They look that they are angry, but they also look like they are more roguish in nature. They don't really have, heavy metal armor on or anything like that.
Got it.
And they don't look like wizards.
Okay. I will then quietly make my way back to the party.
All right. You make it back just in time for the spell to wear off.
All right, guys. There's about 6 humans over there behind the rock. They are concerned about Arthur, but I cannot tell if they are concerned about him because they're afraid of him specifically, or if they are just afraid of him being a danger, because they appear angry and they also appear to be more roguelike. They're not in chainmail, they're in leather and that type of thing.
Afraid of me?
Probably they're afraid to it. If I was to guess based on what I've seen, I think they're bandits and they're maybe afraid to attack us because of Arthur.
That sounds reasonable.
So they did not see me nor hear me.
They
that I
made
could
no
tell.
mention of the rest of us?
Not in a way that seemed important. They were mainly focused on Arthur and where he was.
Arthur, perhaps we could use this to our advantage. They see you. Perhaps you stay here. Make it look as if you are still on watch, and the rest of us can move down to the road. These do not seem like honorable sort. We need to confront them. This may not come to violence, but we certainly cannot let people sneak up on us in the middle of the night.
Very well.
Will the rest of you follow?
Riku says she will.
All right. So are you guys splitting up or what?
I mean, I think so. Not hearing a
Sounds
whole
like
lot
I'm
of feedback
staying here.
from people. Alton, do you think it would be wiser for you to stay here with Arthur, or to come with us? I can cast light upon us when we are ready, if you wish to do the same for you. I think obviously we will be the first to make the move, and once we do so, you perhaps charge in and support us from another angle.
If you believe that it's better, yeah, I can stay here. Yes.
I have an idea. And first of all, out of character, we are in our mobile fort, right?
Well, it's
Mhm.
not mobile.
Well, we're
per
not
se.
inside.
Next to it.
You know what I
As you're
mean?
outside.
Yes. I could go. The fort does have windows, if memory serves, and perhaps go inside of it for a second, cast my dancing lights, and have them come out as spheres and come out and from like a four-directional point from the opposite side of the fort, and then fly over towards these bandits slash rogues in a very aggressive manner to try to startle them when the time is right. And then we attack.
Well,
Or
I
at
don't-
lea-
I
or
don't-
at least confront.
Yes. Perhaps if you could do this once we've gotten into position, that would be
Right,
great.
right. And is I assume Reclusette is going with the main party.
Yep.
I make
From-
a little bit of a knock on Reclusette's mind.
I answer.
I think Reclusette will be able to let me know when y'all are ready.
Okay. Well, if Halton, you would like to stay with Arthur, he can certainly take care of himself, but leaving someone alone in the dark strikes me as not the best move. When you see our light, you'll know we are acting.
Very well.
So I guess if Ruth and Reclusette follow me, we're gonna try to make our way down to the road and just get into some sort of position where, like, we're trying to stay behind cover, not necessarily just getting onto the road then, but closing the distance so that, like, once we're ready, we can just quickly dash out of cover and in an attempt to confront them at close quarters, like not giving them time to run away.
All right.
Yes, Ruth, you are certainly the most deft. If you could
You better catch up to her.
blaze a trail, yeah. I'm following behind.
And I'm following big metal guy. Durian.
I don't have my armor on, notably.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise, it would be clank, 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 clank.
Transformers are coming.
Tum 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 tum.
So I'd say, like, the goal is to just move within 20 feet of them, like within, a round worth of movement, so we could get in there and ensure that they don't just disappear into the dark. We wouldn't necessarily be moving directly in front of them. I think the best would be to, like, the side.
Move around as far as possible.
Yeah, wherever Ruth can figure out a way to get us.
All right.
We don't have a map up for this, do we?
I'm actually making it right now.
Ah, good. That would be much better for the stream and for people trying to pay attention. So since Bunko's working on it, I'm going to describe now what my dancing lights will do, so I don't have to do it at the time.
That's a smart use of time.
Basically, they're going to four orbs of light will fly out of the far window of the fort, and then come out in a fireburst pattern, each on its own path, and then two low and two high, and they will swarm in and then encircle these bandits, trying to at minimum startle them, if not put fear into them.
Okay.
And y'all can, I guess, move in as you see fit based on what you're watching. Yes, they is the other people, not us.
Just making sure she wasn't like dashing off. Yeah, either way.
Let's see, who should I use here?
And should they try to run, I have another plan as well, but that's plan A. Because we are just at this point trying to talk to them, I think, right?
Yeah, we're definitely confronting them. Like
Right.
they're
And-
basically in the wrong right
Right.
now.
And so that's the goal of this, is to help y'all get the jump on them.
Like there's even in this time there's like no reason for somebody to be acting like this.
All right.
So they are the bandits from Skyrim that attacked the guy that just killed the dragon with the dagger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's gonna be a knife fight in a like a little fort thing.
So is the rock thingy our fort?
No, our fort's off
Uh,
to our northwest.
So that's
Yeah,
The
what I
map's
mean,
just a
that's
little
why I'm
bit
asking.
small, is all.
Oh, okay. If you move, you can see
much better.
everything.
So I am in here, I guess.
Might want to change it to night.
Ah, cool. That is very useful. So they're
There we go.
Oh look, Jebediah has come again. There's 6 of him now.
Oh my gosh.
Could have been him or Dawson.
Is it Jebediah Kerbal? Sorry, I've been playing Kerbal for a while.
Alright, so which way is Ruth moving?
Okay, I just dropped an orb here. Where did it go?
It's way over by the Jebediahs.
I know.
Don't know how I got there.
I don't either. I'm just trying to find it. 'Cause I can't
It's
see it.
just northwest of the Jebediah. There you go.
Thank you, Bunko.
Oh yeah, I can see a bit more. Should I log back in, Bunko, or not?
You can. I don't think it's really gonna make a difference here.
Okay.
30 feet is acceptable for light orbs, if memory serves.
I think that's what they are. Doesn't the spell say?
I'd have to go look up. I was hoping someone just knew off the top of their head. These are inside. I'm just putting them outside because I have no other choice.
All right, so have Ruth and Juan are going to the south. Arthur is
Dorian and I following
staying.
her or not?
Remaining here.
all right. Durian is staying with Arthur.
No.
I think we're moving with Ruth.
I'm trying to find my light orbs. I'm not really over here.
They're much farther away than I thought they were. But
you.
When you paste, it uses wherever your mouse is, the mouse cursor.
Yeah, I just didn't know they would vanish as well. Even though they had light sources.
I think you have to have sight on them.
I'm assuming we're moving silently too, or not?
At this point, you should roll.
okay.
Or move silently?
Yeah.
Damn! Why can't I get these kind of rolls on attacks ever? I've never even rolled, and I got low crit. I'm at 18 crit, and I've never rolled it.
All right. You can just the people in the south can do a listen check. All right. Ruth notices that Durian is making a lot of noise.
At an 8, don't I too?
Clank, clank, clank.
Don't have the armor on. If
And
I did,
somehow
it would be
you're
minus
still
6.
doing it.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
So she notices this, but instead of having the good sense to say anything, she just, starts bitching about it, like to herself.
Yes, she rolls her eyes and shrugs.
All right.
All right, Durian, try and be quieter.
Roll higher.
Yeah. Do another roll for Durian. Or move silent.
17.
Hey, it worked.
I am more stealthy than a rock rolling down a hill.
You can move to basically the next tree. All right.
I
So-
mentally remind Reclusette to tell me when they're ready.
So the people in the south are noticing that it doesn't look like the humans are aware of your location. They keep on focusing down the road towards Arthur's location. Everybody can do a listen check. Yeah, everybody can. There'll be different penalties depending on how far you're away.
I let Zook know what I just typed in there.
People with the lowest plus got the highest results. But Recluse kind of got it on that.
Shame I'm inside.
All right. So, let's see. So the people in the south hear them talking about. They seem to be getting now antsy about wanting to do something. They don't seem to be able to see Arthur or anybody. They just know that he was in that direction. They did see the lights go out, it seems, and but they're now a little paranoid that they could be getting encircled, or that maybe you guys just turn the lights out to go to sleep, and maybe they should move in and do whatever they want to do. And so that's what the people in the south hear. Alton and Arthur basically just, Arthur hears, it just seems like mumbling that there are still people in the original location behind the rock.
And we have been informed of this telepathic bond between Recluse and Ice, correct? Or Zook?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I think we kind of mentioned that we were in touch with each other somehow.
Okay. Hearing that, I turn to Recluse and I really, really silently, like right next to her head, say,